Hello and welcome to Dysfunctional Dialogue. I am John McParland. I am back with Brian Smith. The ridiculous continues. Enjoy. All right. Let's pivot. We can come back.
Yeah, we do whatever you want.
Yeah. So, all right. Up at school, it's Christmas time. Walking along, I think it's called University Drive. It's from the security booth out towards the road that runs parallel to Bloody Run. Right.
That was
so between the student center and
where
the security booth and
were the tree lined, beautiful.
It really were lovely. It was like this whole line of trees.
It just needed to be realigned.
Well, Brian was trying to help in his own creative way in that. So it was a whole beautiful line of trees all lit up, and right from the security booth all the way down the street, all the way down to like the next crossroad. And
around the time that I think you're speaking of, we were in need of Christmas lights.
No, it's actually two different. I think it's two different Christmases.
Oh, well.
Actually, yeah. I mean, I've already talked about this one.
We can
Mare.
Yeah. Depends on how you say it.
Well, I say mare, you say myrrh. Yeah, it's mare because it's mare. Merry Christmas. It's mare. It's not myrrh. It's not Murray Christmas. It's not like a Jewish Christmas.
Hey, I did not have that name. Hey, my name is Murray Christmas.
That would be very confusing.
Hey, happy Hanukkah from Murray Christmas.
So anyway, the short of it is that Brian decided to help himself to the connection for one of the trees. Just pull off. Maybe get like the first lights from one of the trees.
I might recall maybe having to take a bulb.
Yeah, it was something simple, but I'm pretty sure it was just a disconnecting from like the first set of lights. Well, as soon as he unplugged it, the entire street went
blackout at Niagara University.
So what did we do? Well, we ran. It's like
there's no time to take those lights.
I mean, we didn't even try to plug them back in, did we? I think we got the hell out of there.
Why would I do that?
Why would I do?
They won't notice.
I could have just been.
It's kind of like the airplane movie. The guy unplugs the runway. No. Just kidding.
But they would. It would be noticed. I mean,
absolutely.
No, I mean, but if it was just plugged back in right away, then it'd be like, okay, I guess maybe a little power short or something.
I mean, you're talking about end-use security, Jeff.
Yes, the brilliance.
I'd like to be like, lights went off. Oh, they're back on. Now we're safe.
Yeah, that's right. Wait, was I blinking long? Those guys are kind of old. They might have thought they took a little micro nap.
So, to answer your question,
would you flip a coin if one side meant you win $1 billion, but the other side meant you grow a second head that always argues with you?
I'd definitely flip the coin.
You would definitely, like, no doubt, you would take that risk.
What risk? I mean, okay, you got somebody arguing. Yeah, yes, yes. Why not? You got $1 billion.
Why not for the very reason of someone arguing with you?
$1 billion.
If you win, and if you lose, you don't get $1 billion. And
you got to listen to somebody arguing with you all day long?
You would get some money. That we've talked about this before in the podcast, where you would get some money for circuses and the sideshow act. You'd be
exactly.
You would make at least a few $100 for that.
It'd be another income.
Look at the guy you argue so.
I got this guy that argues with me all day long. He'll tell you he doesn't.
You had talked about what's that surgery? Not surgery. You had an issue in your lower back.
Yeah.
Are we talking about that or no?
Oh, sure. A pionoidal cyst.
Right. And you had described that as like supposedly, at least at the time, the belief was.
I did not describe it as a what you're about to go
as into. A twin.
No, I did not.
I swear you did.
Was not. I've heard about that. There was nothing that.
So, well, that's why I brought it up. You had the talking head, like that. You were talking out of your ass.
Yeah. Hello.
Put the microphone back there. Let's hear what that guy has to say. But you had to get that removed, and wasn't there a magician show that happened after?
Oh, absolutely. It was multicolored tissues.
Well, what happened? I mean, your mate at the time.
Okay. Instead of having it lanced, meaning, oh, I'm sorry, instead of having it cut and just drained, sounds
I didn't realize it was
disgusting.
getting disgusting. I
Okay,
should have known better. That's just
okay.
nasty.
I mean,
Sorry.
let me explain to
Sorry.
you. I remember laying on the doctor's table and then looking at it, and it was swollen, and you know, and the doctor went on to tell me, yeah, he's drained these before, and it's actually whatever fluid is inside of that has actually hit the ceiling where you're laying. I'm like, oh, great.
Wait, it will? Upon
So something when they cut it,
right. Wow. That's I'm sure everyone in the room would gesticulate.
yeah, yes, chronically.
Oh my God.
But
It's so disgusting, man.
yes. Now I had it
I'm
drained
sorry I
twice
asked him to share that.
before. I went to it. I got a second opinion, and the doctor looked at it and like, "Oh no, 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 we got to remove this."
Oh
You
no,
know,
no. There's another you growing out of the back of you. We better
so
get rid
now
of
I'm
that.
laying on the table, and the nurse was there, and I'm laying there bare ass naked, and she's like, "Oh,
Tell us more
don't
about
worry,
that.
it doesn't hurt." I said, "Well, just don't ruin my ass because I got an ass model."
You said you're an ass model? Did you really?
Well, I'm never gonna.
Because that's what they call it. They call it those ass models, I'm sure.
But anyway, that never. We're fine.
We're fine. But the magic show.
But
Your
yeah,
mate
so
your mate had to assist you at
yeah.
that time.
Well, let me explain the entire process first. This is just bleeding into us.
Please don't explain the
Oh yeah.
entire process, Brian.
So when I go to get my surgery done, it was like early in the morning, and you can't eat nothing, and you're stuck there. Okay, well, go into surgery, and they gave me.
You could always just pop. You could always just pop that, and
Yeah,
and then you get yourself.
I didn't have a silly.
Snack.
I didn't have a silly straw long enough.
Had to be a silly strong.
Yeah,
So had to go.
would that be cool? It's coming. Anyway, so they gave me some type of a sedative, and so now I'm laying on a gurney, and they had me like I think it was a blue hospital gown.
Yeah.
I'm laying there, and the guy is pushing me down the hallway, and he starts telling me jokes. I started to feel it. I mean, it was fast.
Yeah.
And we got in the elevator. That's all I remember until I woke up. And then I saw the guy later. He's like, "Oh, you passed out before I was done with my jokes."
Maybe it was his jokes that made you pass out.
I don't know what. So then, now I wake up, just dry mouth, groggy, dizzy, disoriented.
More involved than I ever thought we would get to.
Okay, fantastic. Well, just So I'm there and I wake up, but I'm so dry mouth. I'm like, give me something to drink. They couldn't give me a drink. They gave me ice chips.
Just let that stuff drip off the ceiling.
I'm like, ice chips. I'm like, okay. So, I'm sitting there and I'm all still dopey. Now I'm looking at my hospital gown and it's green. And I'm like, wait. And I remember talking to the nurse and saying, I said, I remember I put on a blue hospital gown.
We had our way with you, Brian.
I said, where'd the blue one go? And the nurse just kind of smiled and laughed and said, Brian, you were in surgery, face down. You needed to get changed.
Wait, when you say you need to get changed, because of the cyst.
Yeah, but when they had surgery, I bled.
Right, no, because it could have been you evacuated on yourself.
They didn't say anything like that.
Or at least that's the revisionist history we're hearing now.
So now they put me into secondary recovery, and I'm still dehydrated. And they're like, "Can I please have something to drink?" They gave me something to drink. It's just water.
You wanted a beer?
Yep. Well, I was just curious. I mean, I don't know.
So wait, hold on. We were drinking beer yesterday, and we were throwing it back. We were having a good evening, and I handed him a glass of ice water, and he looked at me and was like, "What is this? What do you?" He smelled it. He tasted it. He goes, "What is this?" And I'm not sure. You said vile, fluid or something that you.
What is this fluid? Do you bring?
What is this vile fluid that you bring me? I'm like, Brian, it's just water. It was like, just okay. I'll get you a beer. Anyway, go ahead. So you were very thirsty. You were at the hospital, very thirsty.
So now they give me water, and I'm like, "Okay, okay," and I'm starting to get my wits around me, but I was still agitated, so I was like, "Oh, let's get out of here." So then they moved me to the 3rd recovery room, which looked like a dentist chair that they put me in. It's like a cubicle, it's not even a room, and there's this old man, this old woman next to me yelling and screaming at each other, and I'm in the next cubicle, and I'm just sitting there like, "Oh, Jesus." I just want to go home.
Is this story going anywhere?
Yeah. Man, yeah, it's we're progressing.
No, I don't know if pro is the right.
We're progressing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like, "I just wanna get out of here." So we call a nurse over and everything's like, I said, "How do I get out of here?" "Well, we're gonna make sure you have to go to the bathroom. You can go to the bathroom, okay?" I said, "Where's the bathroom?" And she's like, "Do you have to go?" It's like, "Yes."
Prove it. Prove it.
Yeah. I went in there, and I stood in front of the toilet and just stood there. And I counted about 30, ran the water, flushed, walked out, and she looked at me, she's like, "Is everything okay?" I said, "Perfect. Can't wait to go home now."
Scamming, scamming the medical community. So wait, bring this story home, Brian. Bring this story home. I know there's a huge punchline because you really brought us along on a ride here.
So now we're home, obviously still, but what happened, getting back to your original question, which
What the hell was that? That was like yesterday.
that was, that there was a magic show,
Yeah, that's right. That was it. Yes,
right?
the magic show.
So, yeah, I think that was the next day or so because basically it was a deep wound that was or incision that was packed with gauze pad, and a little tag of it was left hanging out in the stitching. And after 2 or 3 days,
The 2 or 3 days of that just sort of stewing in there. The gauze just stewing in the ooze.
but it was there to make it heal from the inside out. That
Yeah.
was the
It probably actually had the silver on it. They put silver on those things to keep from infection from forming or to pull out any infection that might have formed. Silver strips.
so anyway, I tried doing that, and I was like, "I cannot do this myself." So I had to have someone else do that for me, and like you said, it was a magic show. It was, like, more and more.
Just kept on coming out, right?
It didn't hurt. It was just uncomfortable. It was like
Was it like 20 feet long or something?
I didn't have a ruler, I can't say. But that was yeah, that was kind of, weird.
So wait, is the question answered yet? I don't know.
What was the question?
I
You
don't
asked
even
me
know.
about tell you about
Would you
the,
flip a coin if
yes, I would.
All right. You had brought this up just this morning. You had mentioned how remember when we were at those parties in Manhattan College.
Oh, that was good times, man.
So I would leave work down at Spring Street in New York City, which is all the way down in Soho, on a Friday. And I would take like the C train all the way up to the Bronx to go to Manhattan College. And I would go there with the ideas, and every time it went like this. We're gonna go there, we're gonna have a party on Friday night, and then just go home on Saturday, right? But no, we wake up in the morning and it was bagels and chocolate milk, right? And then we would just start drinking again, and because you were young and stupid and having a good time, and we drank all day, had a party that night, and then Sunday morning, okay, it's time to go home. Oh wait, there's a brunch, and we would go to brunch. This happened a bunch of different weekends, and every time was exactly. And we go we have like screwdrivers or something like that
Mm.
at the brunch, and just kicking it again. Yeah, that was something else. All right, would you flip a coin if heads meant you instantly received $10 billion, but tails meant you die instantly?
Hmm. How old am I?
How old are you? What do you mean?
Okay, just, like
But that's a reasonable question. Is it something that would happen now? Because obviously, how many years
oh,
you got left is
okay,
a
so
difference maker.
instantly, though, you're saying.
Yeah. Well, that's good
Well,
news anyway, because as some people said when I've asked this question previously, well, look, I either am a billionaire or I wouldn't even know because I'm dead instantly, which is kind of an unfortunately kind of callous way of looking at it, but it's also real as well. It's something to be said about dying instantly as opposed to, suffering for years from something.
yeah, probably not. I'd probably not roll that one.
Yeah.
You know what? $10 billion? What do I need that much?
Well, what do you even need anything more over than maybe even
No, but I'm just saying, I
oil?
mean, you said, right,
Well, but if
$10 billion.
you won that, think about it. Let's say
Okay.
let's say you only lived another day. Think about how great that money
Yeah,
could
but
do
just
for
think about
folks.
the alternative.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I just well, not that I would ask this question, but somebody else would say, "Why did he do this?"
Why do you flip the coin?
Yeah.
Oh, it's $10 billion. I think that would pretty self-explanatory for anyone.
Yeah, but is that worth just offing yourself?
I probably wouldn't, but I can tell
Uh,
you a lot of people said they would. In fact, a handy amount of them said win-win. Like, because now I don't know how old they were, because if a young one's saying that, that's terribly unfortunate. But if it's an older person saying that, I kinda get it, right? Like, it's this way, I know I'll do good with the money if I live.
'Cause you put a spin on that question, it's like, well, whenever I decide to flip that coin, that's a great offer. What's the expiration date on that?
I mean, how soon before you have to choose to
Yeah,
do it?
like, when do I have when do I
That's
have
a great question. I'll flip that coin right before I die.
I mean,
Yeah,
can
that's
can
reasonable.
is that
You got 5 minutes to make a decision.
oh, so you've altered the offer.
No, you asked me a question and I answered it. That's how conversations work, I'm told.
Point proven. No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either. Would you rather be the smartest person in the world?
Which I am.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Now let me rephrase that, or let me finish the phrase. Would you rather be the smartest person in the world, which you just said you were, or the stupidest person in the world? And in both scenarios, you have the same level of intelligence as you do now. So if you are already saying you're the smartest person in the world,
I'm
right?
gonna be
Everyone else is stupider than you. That's
that
Brian.
would
I
be
have to say,
fantastic. You
that'd
know
be
what?
fantastic.
That would be fantastic. I would love that. Be like,
That's a real problem for humanity,
you're
man.
just a stupid person. Remember, I'm the most intelligent here on
That's
this
a real
planet.
problem for humanity, man.
Everybody else
No, oh, God
everybody
help
else
us.
is stupider than me.
Oh,
Yes, that I would definitely do
you
that. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
there's no way I would do that. No,
Why? Why wouldn't you do that? Be
terrible.
like,
I
"All
would
right, I know my expectations. You're stupider than me.